Opened on 26 September 1937 to provide better access to the racecourse, Menangle Park replaced an 1873 open station named North Menangle, which sat about 1 kilometre to the south. It is the fourth station to open in the Menangle area, after Riversford, Menangle and North Menangle. About 1.5 kilometres north of Mittagong Station is Mittagong Junction, where the Picton to Mittagong Loop Line diverges from the main South Line. The latter is to the left, whilst the former is the line in the background. The Loop Line was the original main line from Picton to Mittagong, opening in February 1867 and by 1893 including stations at Thirlmere, Courager, Buxton, Balmoral, Hilltop, Colovale and Braemar. Between Balmoral and Hilltop, it passed through the Big Hill Cutting, one of the oldest railway cuttings in the state, and when opened, the deepest at 24 metres. Some cuttings dug since, such as those in the Blue Mountains, are now deeper. Though gently curved, the line included gradients as steep as 1 in 30, which combined with the single track made it a bottleneck. Deviations were built, but as rail traffic increased, the need for a new route became apparent, and in 1919 we got one. This new line, opened on 13th of July 1919, is the present route. Though slightly longer, it was double track throughout and reduced the ruling gradient to nearer 1 in 75. The new line featured stations at Tahmoor, West Bargo, Yandera, Yirrambul and Almaton, diverging from the original route just beyond Picton and rejoining it here north of Mittagong. Picton was massively expanded to cope with its new role as a junction, with a large yard, crew dormitories, facilities for bank engines and a dock platform behind the current Platform 2. Today, very few of these remain. Despite being bypassed, the Loop Line was retained as a branch line and kept a regular passenger service across its entire length until 1975, as well as the odd diverted freight train. In 1974, the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum relocated from Enfield to its present site at Thirlmere and commenced running heritage trains from there to Picton and Buxton. Meanwhile, at the south end, the section from Mittagong to Braemar was retained to serve the Clyde Engineering Facilities and the Rockler Sleeper Plant. Only the latter is still in operation but still receives visits from the occasional maintenance train. From the mid-70s onwards, the line remained open but saw little use between Buxton and Braemar, the last train to traverse it in full being a CPH-operated Enthusiast Special in 1984. Later that decade, damage to a bridge between Colovale and Braemar split the line in two. This was the final nail in the coffin. The bridge was never repaired and the Buxton to Braemar section effectively closed. A stop block was subsequently placed at Buxton. This is the view in 2018 looking towards Balmoral. However, changes are afoot. The New South Wales Rail Museum, to whom the Picton to Buxton section is currently leased, announced plans in 2019 to restore the 18 kilometres of railway from Buxton to Colovale, with new platforms at Hilltop and Balmoral, as well as reusing the existing Colovale station and building a new platform near Picton. This will bring all but 5 kilometres of the line back to working order, the unrestored section being from Colovale to Braemar, where the damaged bridge stood. And that brings us up to the present day. So here's a few trains passing through the junction on the 1919 opened line.